My News 26 and CCTV. It's high school basketball. Coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
All righty. Well, Mike, excuse me, everybody. I got a little cough tonight. Quite a bit of turnovers on both teams' part. 10-6 Gaylord lead. What'd you see out there?
I think the Vikings right now should feel pretty fortunate, committing 17 fouls and turning the ball over 4 or 5 times. But I think Coach Johns right now, I think she's in a pretty good position being down 10-6. I think they figured out right now that maybe they're not quick enough. And along with the foul trouble, dropping back into a 2-3 might be a smart thing. Just keep an eye on Gapinski. Once again, she has some range, and make sure they find out where she is at all times.
Coach Johns mentioned she wanted her kids to keep the intensity they played with the other night, and they have, but she wanted more controlled, I think, than what she's seen so far. So hopefully the Vikings get their feet moving a little bit better defensively as we start with Cadillac with the ball to start the second quarter. That's Emmington with the ball. She gets a screen, goes all the way to the basket, jump step, just a little short on that. Gaylord with a nice kick out. That's Ross up top, I believe. And I'd probably be wrong. That looks like Logan Mead right now, who's checked in. She sets up the the Blue Devil offense. And she gets her first shot of the game. It's a little long. Gaylord with a good offensive rebound.
Nice try by Hannah Emmington there, jumping in a passing lane. The ball just out of bounds.
This is Kapinski here who will be inbounding.
Look to go right back to her.
Nice job again by Emmington to step in that passing lane. That's Mead. She kicks it into Dandenau. It goes back out for a long
Kapinski.
3 by Kapinski.
Three. One thing about the zone is that sometimes you can shoot over top.
Kapinski now with 5 points for Gaylord.
Nice job by Callie beating the break here. Finds Sydney Paul.
Polis with a rebound. She goes baseline, stops, pops, and just a little bit off on that one. And that is Gaylord's number 5. Mackenzie Wilkie, who gets the rebound, goes coast to coast, but does not make the shot. Gaylord gets another attempt here, and we're going to have a foul by Savannah Kapinski of Gaylord.
Good job by Katie Bartman dropping in as a guard to help with the rebounding. And foul's going to be on Gaylord.
We've got a few subs coming in. It looks like McKenna Bryant's coming back in for Cadillac, and 25 is Elizabeth Hines for Gaylord. And I missed who the other one was coming in. Gaylord is going to get a quick timeout.
Like number 2 is coming back on the floor for the Blue Devils, Riley Freeman.
Yeah, we have a 30-second timeout. While we do have a timeout, how about we mention who's behind the scenes with Mike and I here tonight. We got Jake Owens. He's directing tonight and running the graphics and camera folks. They're kind of trading positions all night long. So right now I think we have Heather Stilson in the truck. And on cameras we've got Kaylee Buck, Bailey Hoover, and Rain Johnson-Hill is down on the floor tonight, bringing you guys all of these fantastic shots. We appreciate all their hard work. So it'll be Cadillac basketball. They are down just 7 early in the second quarter. Gaylord is now going to drop back into that zone press. That's giving the Vikings a little bit of trouble. Emmington kicks, looks. She had a good look right there. That ball was deflected off of Gaylord as she was looking to find Allie McAllister.
See if the Vikings have a nice baseline out of bounds, but maybe to get a quick strike here. Looking at Callie Polis.
Yeah, Bryant inbounds to Polis, and she's long on that shot. The Vikings have had a lot of decent shots, Mike. They've been a little bit off with them.
The last 2 trips down, they've had a couple of good looks. It'd be nice to finish those.
They've gone back to that 2-3 zone right here. Freeman with the ball. She kicks it over to teammate Mead. Steps in, gets it back, launches a 3 and drains it. 3-pointer for Logan Mead.
I think the Vikings lost an assignment there on that on the 2-3 zone, knowing who was to take the shooter and who was to sit back.
Polis again. This time she's a little short. Great hustle. Finds McAllister.
Good work.
McAllister gets her second bucket of the game. Nice work off the glass right there on that shot.
The Vikings' first basket of the second half. Here we go. Job for the Vikings to put a little pressure there and force a turnover.
Mead's pass was just a little bit too far. It's a turnover. Cadillac will bring it down the floor right here. That's Bryant. She goes between her legs. She's looking over the floor right now. Gets Cadillac in their offense. And another turnover right there. Looked like the Vikings had a shot or two that they could have taken early in that possession. Looked to penetrate, and Gaylord closed it down pretty good there.
Opted to go with the 4-out, 1 in with Allie McAllister. Had a couple chances, like I said, to pull up and get a decent little shot. Katie passed on one here. Good attempt to drive to the hoop.
Logan Mead with the ball right now. And I'm sorry, that's Riley Freeman. And she steps out of bounds on great pressure on the ball right there by Katie Bartman. She's going to get the ball from referee Bill Bartholomew.
I think right now the difference, Dan, really is just the scoring.
Yep.
Both teams are pretty even in turnovers. Defense just getting some buckets to fall.
Bryant's shot is not good, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Gaylord, so Cadillac will maintain possession here. Looks like the ball's rolled under the bleachers there. And with that, that'll give Kopinski a chance to check in for Gaylord. And number 10, Keegan Dandino, will step off the floor.
I think what's important too for the Vikings is to keep looking to get these high quality shots, knowing that they're going to go, right? There's a good drive by Bryant, getting into the lane, getting a basket.
McKenna Bryant gets her first basket of the game, and with that foul, she will also have a chance to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
I think as a young team here, you're hoping now that you get on the board, and now you get back on defense and get a stop, get a chance to come back the other end and score again. A 16-10 lead right now by the Blue Devils.
We want to let everybody know, if you're catching this game's broadcast, the first broadcast is going to be tomorrow. So if you're catching this, this will be Saturday for you, and that is at 11 a.m. It will be rebroadcast Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. Wild shot right there by the Blue Devils. Bryant's with the ball here. She goes to her right and she draws the foul. Off of a nice pass from Bartman. The killer bees, I guess we could say, of the Vikings.
Foul's been number 11, Rebecca Ross. It's only her first foul. Their fourth team foul.
Looks like Wilkins just checked in for Gaylord.
The Vikings had a chance on a steal a minute ago and then turned the ball right back over. So now we're back without any harm. Polis gets a good look.
Polis has had a lot of good looks. She's been a better shooter than this, Mike. I think you'll see her calm down a little bit. She'll start filling that hoop up.
Good job by Katie, another defensive rebound. So we can take care of it.
No.
I think she had the right idea.
She did. Nope. That's those things that when you're coming off playing JV basketball, summer basketball, it's just a little bit quicker, and as these young Vikings get a little more experience, I think those kinds of plays will be a lot easier for them as the year progresses.
I think she saw a gap right there where she could have thrown a little bounce pass through. I think Hannah would have run on the end of it for sure. There goes Kopinski, the left-hander.
That was much better defense by McAllister right there, as she just stood her position, forced a tough shot by Kopinski, and it was not good. Vikings able to avoid a foul right there.
Number 23, Chloe Fessler, coming back in, Dan.
Yep. 16-10, Gaylord with a 6-point lead, 3:25 to go here in first half action. Nice job right there, breaking that press. And it looked like Emmington got up in the air with what she wanted to do, and nice defensive move right there by Gaylord, draws a turnover.
Wasn't so sure she had come back down yet.
I thought she got rid of it early too.
Thought maybe she had dished.
Yep.
Nice job by McKenna Bryant, using the dribble to beat the press. You know, it's a preference, of course, if you can pass through it quickly.
We're going to get a jump ball right there.
Once again, nice job by Katie.
Good hand reaching in, found that loose ball.
On the defensive end there, she has a couple of defensive rebounds and now a steal. I think she got her eyes up pretty quick trying to find Hannah, and then the ball got taken back by Gaylord, forcing the jump ball.
Ross kicks it into Hines.
Here we go.
She comes back off of a screen off that inbounds.
Got to get that one.
A little bit tougher on that rebound needed right there. We got a double dribble.
That's a good box out by Callie. I would have, you know, I thought she had a good position, maybe a foul call there on over the back. Ball was tipped up, but the Vikings got the ball ultimately.
Vikings inbounded it before it was given to them by the official, so it's not a turnover, it's just reset. Officials put that into play off of a dead ball. That's the way to break a press right there, Mike. You don't have to break it and score every time. Emmington with a nice fake. Heads to that elbow. Doesn't get the shot to drop. Once again, another good look by the Vikings. It's not good. They still trail by 6. This is Kopinski. She kicks it over to Ross.
This is okay with the Vikings right now. If we can keep them off the
nice
scoreboard.
Rebound in there. That's Polis. She finds Emmington. Excuse me, that was Emmington. Back to Polis, and the shot was no good. Nice hustle by Cadillac's number 5 right there. McKenna Bryant, as she just steps out of bounds. So Gaylord will keep possession. Rebecca Ross gets Gaylord into their offensive set here against this zone of the Vikings. That's a better box out.
And the Vikings defense is playing pretty well right now. That the zone's kind of settled in a little bit.
They just got to hit some shots. They've had some good looks. Just haven't made them yet. That looked good all the way from here. A big 3-point basket.
Nice job. Cuts the lead in half.
Hannah Emmington with 3. That gives her 7 of the Vikings' 13 points.
It's a big shot with only a minute and a half remaining in the first half. Gaylord comes right back and gets one.
Now, that would be Riley Freeman. She hits her first 3-pointer, her first basket of the game.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of times, Dan, where the 2-3 zone has not stepped out on the 3-point shooter. See if Bryant can maintain control here.
Paulus wanted that shot. It was just a little bit not good on the catch. Good job by her to not make that decision. Emmington's
good hustle.
Foot slid on the sideline there, yep. So we have about a minute to go in first half action with the Blue Devils of Gaylord leading 19-13. It is Military Appreciation Night here.
Good crowd tonight, Dan.
There's a nice crowd on hand.
Second game of the season for the Vikings. I think it's really important right now that the Vikings close this quarter out really well. I mean, it was 16-13 is a 3-point game, stretched back to 6, and so they can get a stop. Oh, nice block by Fessler.
Good block. Emma Ely gets that rebound off that block shot. She puts it up and gets fouled herself, so she's going to step to the line shooting 2. Bryant picks up her 3rd foul, Mike.
Yeah, I think right now she's been carrying the bulk of the point guard job tonight. It's going to be tough if she gets in further foul trouble. Bringing Sydney Paul back in the game and Emily Bond in for the last 34 seconds of the half.
Ely's first free throw was off, and this one is too. The Vikings get the rebound off that. Good job boxing out right there. Hemington goes right, stops to that elbow again. We've seen her take a couple from there, Mike. She hasn't made them yet, but she's got a good-looking shot.
Let's get a run out.
That's number 11 right there with a quick basket for Gaylord.
That's good pass.
Ross.
Good pass late in the quarter.
And we've got a kick ball out there. We've got 5 seconds to go until halftime. Cadillac still with the ball, down 8. 5 seconds is a long time. Just a little bit off on a nice left-handed runner right there by Hannah Emmington. That'll keep the score at 21-13. You are watching high school basketball here on 26 Sports and CCTV. It's halftime. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with third quarter action. I'm Dan Gussert, and with me tonight is Mike McLaurin.